Hi everybody, welcome to the Global Snapshot for the month of June. First of all, let me thank you so much for responding to our last email and the messages and the comments that we've been receiving from you, which are engaging with our organization about our recent events and the steps that we are taking forward in order to help others and ease the pain and the burden on their shoulders around the world. Let me explain to you what's happening in the next little while and what's the next steps that our organization, with your support and your prayers, will be taking. I'm glad to announce, and I'm pleased to let you know, that this coming summer, One Free World International and all our supporters, we decide that we'll do the largest human rights delegation and the largest humanitarian operation in Syria and Iraq to 5 different refugee camps. This will take place in the very near future, as I said, in the summer. The reason that I cannot give an exact date is simply because security purposes. Right now, I know that many of you are tired of hearing about this humanitarian aid to Syria and Iraq, especially after 5 years, but I can assure you that the need is still there. Right now, we're trying to raise more than $250,000 in order to send clean water, food, humanitarian aid, medical supplies, medication to the very poor and very needy in these refugee camps, but also to continue rescuing the Yazidi girls that is still in the hand of some of the ISIS elements and some of the hand in the ISIS fighters that is still buying and selling them and still using them as sex slaves. With defeat of ISIS in their territory doesn't mean that we defeat them as an organization. They still operate within the mountains. But we have to continue to rescuing these girls and we have to bring them home. Thank you for continuing your support to us in this matter. Last month I went to Ukraine. I had the privilege of being with one of the congressmen, and we went and we met with the Prime Minister of Ukraine. We met with the Jewish community. It was Combating Anti-Semitism conference. We was able to meet with different parliamentarians from around the world. I was there to present Canada, and I was very proud to tell you that our organization fighting anti-Semitism and combating anti-Semitism everywhere in the world, not just here in Canada, but also in Europe. And I thank you for your support in this matter. Last time we spoke about Nafisa, a young lady from Afghanistan. She worked as a doctor in Afghanistan in a hospital, and sadly, one of her patient, a male, that insists to take her away from her husband and her children. And when she refused his offer, he threw acid on her face, she and her daughter, in order to punish them. Nafisa in great danger as she ran away to Turkey, claiming a refugee status from the UN and was granted this refugee status. One Free World International became aware of her case and her situation. We present to you in a GoFundMe page, and so far we need more of your help in order to help Nafisa and many of the women in her position. Throwing acids in the face of a woman is something common practice, especially in Pakistan and India and Afghanistan and many countries around the world. And this practice has to stop. And we have to combat this. When I was talking to Nafisa last time by phone, she was telling me how she wants to end her life. She's thinking about ending her life because she's no longer beautiful. And I can tell you that I spend hours with her on the phone telling her that she's still beautiful and she will always be beautiful. It doesn't matter what her injuries, her beauty is not just from outside but also from deep inside. Please continue supporting Nafisa in order to take her medical treatment in Turkey, but also to help sponsoring here, to bring her here, she and her husband and her kids. Thank you. Last month it was the month of Ramadan for the Muslim community. It's a month of fasting and reflecting. One Free World International worked very closely with a wonderful moderate Muslim organization, Muslims Facing Tomorrow. And we was able to host an iftar, and we invited Mr. Andrew Scheer, the leader of the opposition of Canada, in order to be our keynote speaker. I spoke in the conference about the danger of politically correctness, that politically correctness can be, and it is, the cancer in our Canadian fabric. I spoke about the importance of having a clear communication with the Muslim community, and we all stand against Muslim extremism. This event is extremely important event because our communication and our building bridges with different community is strong here in Canada and abroad. And we will always stand strong against any extremism and against any extremist and against any discrimination to any faith group. Thank you for supporting us. Please, if you want to follow us on our Facebook page, on our tweet, it's behind me, you can see it. In our Facebook, on our tweet, or our YouTube picture, so YouTube channel. I don't know how to do this stuff. My media team telling me to say that. So thank you so much, and looking forward to see you next month.